So you're in the friend zone again. I have been there many times in my own life, and it really sucks. But here's the good news. You don't have to stay there. So in this video, we're gonna go over why you're in the friend zone, what to do when you're in there, and how you can become the guy who avoids the friend zone and stops being put there in the first place. So first of all, why are you in the friend zone, or why does this happen to you all the time? Well, it's all due to the harsh truth, which is that women just don't see you as a good romantic option. And her friend zoning you is her way of just politely rejecting you. Because think about it, bro, if she actually saw you as a good dating option, she wouldn't keep you around in the friend zone and have you waiting along with her. Do you think that she's friend zoning the guys who she actually wants to be with? No, of course not. Now here's the thing, even if she is rejecting you, it might still be somewhat authentic from her end. She may want to stay friends with you. But the thing is, bro, in my opinion, you should just move on. Because so many guys will stay friends with a girl thinking to themselves that, oh, if I stay her friend and we hang out and I be there for her, then maybe one day she'll want to be with me. But in my opinion, in that situation, the pros just don't outweigh the cons. It's almost never gonna work out where she goes from seeing you as just a friend to then wanting to date you. I actually dated this one girl back during my freshman year of high school, and we ended up breaking up because things just weren't going well. Then she ended up getting with another guy, and through all that I stayed her friend the whole time because I thought, oh yeah, if I just stay friends with her, then eventually, yeah, she'll want me back and she'll come back to me. But what actually ended up happening is I would just be the guy who she'd come to and complain about all of her problems to, and talk about her relationship and all of that stuff. And to be honest, it really did hurt because, you saw the girl who you were with previously talking about another guy and not wanting to be with you, and yeah, just being sat in the friend zone when you don't want to be, it really hurts, and I've been there before, but I've learned from those experiences that it's just not worth it. So now we're gonna go into 3 ways you can escape the friend zone if you are in there, and how you can actually become the guy who that doesn't happen to in the first place. So first of all, if you're not sure whether or not the girl likes you, the first thing you have to do is you have to ask her out for a date. So often I'll get a message from a guy on Instagram or TikTok, and he'll say something like, hey man, I've been talking to this one girl and I'm not sure whether or not she likes me. And my first question will always be, okay, well, have you asked her out on a date? And then he'll go, oh, well, I've just been waiting to ask her out because I don't know if she'll like me. I don't know if she'll say yes. But it's like, bro, how are you gonna know whether or not she likes you if you don't ask her out for a date? How else are you gonna be able to tell? So many guys will sit here and think, okay, she texted me back 20 minutes ago, but then before that, I was left on red for 4 hours. And then before that, she didn't text me for a whole 3 days. But then before that, she was calling me every day. I don't know whether or not she likes me. And it's like, bro, you could just figure this out so quickly by asking her out for a date. Because guess what? If she wants to go out on a date with you, she likes you. If she doesn't want to go out on a date with you, she doesn't like you. And that will tell you everything you need to know. Because some girls, right, maybe they'll want to hang out with you in a group setting, or they'll want to go out with other people, but they don't want to hang out with you one-on-one, okay? That's a sign that she just sees you as a friend, not a romantic partner. But if she wants to hang out with you one-on-one, that's a sign that she trusts you and she maybe wants to be with you. Now, the second thing you have to do is you have to be willing to make a move and take risks on a first date. The reason why I used to get friend-zoned all the time, and I've seen it through a lot of my friends, is because they're just too afraid to make a move. They'll go on a date and the whole time just be sat there with the girl, just talking and not flirting and just treating her like a friend. But the truth is, if you don't want her to treat you like a friend, you have to make your intentions clear. And the way you do that is by making a move. At the end of the date, go for a kiss. When you're hanging out with her, hold her hand, right? Find ways to escalate. And the way you do that is by you slowly start off, right? Maybe you hug her right when you get there. And then maybe you're walking into the restaurant and you hold her hand. And then, okay, if she's receptive to that, then she'll probably be receptive to a kiss later on if everything goes well. Now, with all that being said, right, you have to have some emotional intelligence. Obviously, if you can tell that the date's not going well and she's not into it, then yeah, of course, don't go for the kiss, okay? Because that can get really awkward. But my advice to you would be, it's always better to go down swinging than to go down looking, right? If you're a baseball player, you get that analogy. It's always better to try than not to try. So if you're in doubt, just go for the kiss. And if she goes for it, you know that she likes you. But if she doesn't go for it, then you know that, okay, maybe she doesn't like me or she's just not ready for it yet. But it's always better to be the guy who takes chances, who takes risks, because that shows you're confident. that shows you're masculine. That shows that you're a risk-taking guy, which women find very attractive. So yeah, always make a move on a first date, because if you don't make a move, you're more likely to end up friend-zoning yourself. Now, number 3, when you do get friend-zoned, respectfully move on. So let's talk about that situation earlier where I was talking about the girl that I dated, right? After we broke up, she said, hey, I'd still want to keep you as a friend, and I ended up agreeing to that when it really wasn't what I wanted. Now, if there's a girl who you want to be friends with, am I saying there's anything wrong with that? No. Like, there are some girls in my own life who I would say are my friends, whether it be my friends' girlfriends or some girls I knew from college, some girls I knew from high school. Yeah, I would say that they are my friends, but I would never be friends with a girl who I was romantically attracted to, because all you're doing is you're settling for less than what you actually want. But what you have to be willing to do is that when you don't get what you want, when you don't get what you desire, be willing to walk away, because that shows a lot of weakness if you settle for less than what you want. So the way you go about doing this is that if a girl wants to put you in the friend zone, you just tell her, hey, to be completely honest, like, I don't really see you as a friend. Like, I kind of want more than that, and that's okay if that's not what you want, but I think it'd be better off for me to just move on, right? You don't be rude, you don't be an asshole, but you move on respectfully, and then you give her the option, but hey, if you do change your mind and you want to go out sometime, just hit me up and let me know. Because it's all about not chasing somebody who already rejected you. If somebody rejects you or doesn't want to be with you, why would you pursue them? There are so many women out there that there's no reason to settle for someone who's giving you like half-ass effort. It's always better to go for a girl who has high desire, who wants to be with you, because that is what high value men, I know that's like a cringe word, but like, that's what you got to do if you're a high value guy, is go for what you want, make your intentions clear, and if you don't get something from someone, or they're not treating you the way that you want to be treated, or they see you as not what you want to see them as, then you just move on and you go and find somebody else. So yeah, with all that being said, the 3 things you gotta do is you gotta ask her out for a date. If you're not sure whether or not she likes you, then when you go on the date, you gotta make a move. And if she friend zones you, you gotta respectfully move on. But if you're like younger me and you're struggling with dating, attracting women, and you would like my help becoming the best, most attractive version of yourself and succeeding with dating, the top link in the description will be where you can book a free one-to-one call with me. We could see if you'd be a good fit for the coaching, and if so, I would love to work with you and get you help achieving your goals. But be sure to leave a like and subscribe so more young men can see videos like these and improve their lives, and I'll see you for the next video, bro.